Hey everybody, this is graphic designer Roberto Blake, and in today's YouTube video I'm going to talk to you about the difference between art and design. If you're just finding me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to go ahead and get the other videos that I'll be doing on graphic design, usually on Mondays, and my Photoshop CC tutorial videos on Thursdays. So, the difference between art and graphic design. A lot of people are confused about art versus design in general, but I'm specifically going to, for the most part, talk about graphic design when I have this conversation. For me, the primary differences between art and design are the fact that art is expressive and art is usually about what the artist wants, whereas design is about intent and what the audience wants. Design is about communication, art is about expression. Now, this is part of what gets confusing for some people because a lot of the principles in art and design are similar, as well as a lot of the techniques. But I think that ultimately the defining line between art and design does come back to what I said about the motivations for each one. If you're doing something as an artist, then you may be purely doing that for yourself. Or if you're doing it as a commission for the client, that's still fine too, because you're expressing or you're doing whatever they want. But, you know, there's not necessarily a overall intent behind it in terms of a message or something that needs to be communicated beyond things of a subjective or emotional context. Design is subjective, but it's much less so because design is supposed to communicate something specific, even if that thing that's specific is an idea that itself might be broad. Billboards are probably one of the best examples of this. When you see a billboard, it has a minimal amount of time as you're driving by to get your attention and to communicate something to you. Usually this is either in the form of a call to action or just awareness of a brand. But even when it's just something that's awareness of a brand, it's communicating a specific idea or value or some kind of contextual association with that brand. In the case of Nike, it might be something to do with either performance or athleticism. In general, that's what's being communicated. And it's being communicated through a lot of different ways, but it's not just purely art, because if it's just somebody running without any other context to it, what does that really say if it's just somebody running and a Nike logo? Again, no context. That's why, Nike went with the Just Do It campaign, because when you apply that phrase, just do it, it's talking about whatever is in the context of that visual image. Whether, that's somebody getting ready to start a run on the track, whether it's somebody crossing the finish line, whether it's somebody getting ready to lift weights or lifting a weight over their head. Again, it's putting in the context of, okay, just do that thing, just power through, just, there's nothing stopping you, etc. It's this whole idea, it's conceptual. If it were just a piece of art, then it's completely interpretive. It doesn't have the same context. We're applying the context we want to it, but it's not even been narrowly defined or hasn't been, explained to us or put into a category that we can say, oh, okay, this is this, that is that. Art, especially if it's something that's more abstract in general, is defined by the person viewing it. Design is defined by the designer and what their goals and intentions were and what they want to say or need to say. But again, this is just my opinion of what the primary differences between art and design are. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys, especially any of you young graphic designers out there who have come to terms with this and have decided for yourselves what the difference between art and design is. I'd love to know what you guys think. So go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, watch the other videos in this channel, and don't forget new graphic design videos on Mondays usually, and Photoshop CC tutorial videos every Thursday. And as always, thanks for watching.